Hey there, welcome back to True North Reviews. My name is Ryan, and today we're reviewing the fourth studio record from the Las Vegas band Imagine Dragons. This one is called Origins. Imagine Dragons are an American alternative rock band. Take it for what it means. This band has embraced a wide variety of sounds, to say the least, never really settling on a set of core values other than anthemic choruses about overcoming adversity. Once upon a time, I loved this band. I saw them live twice, bought their CDs and merchandise. I memorized every lyric to all their songs, and it just felt like yesterday they were pumping out hits like Demons, Bleeding Out, Amsterdam. Even on their sophomore effort, they had standout tracks like Hopeless Opus and The Fall. And here we are in 2018, 1 year removed from their most recent record, Evolve, an album I absolutely can't stand, and we're told by the band that they're sitting on more material to put out in conjunction or as a sister to that release. Yeah, you could say my expectations were low going into this new record given the sheer number of underwhelming songs they've put out in the past year, namely Next to Me, Born to Be Yours, Zero, Natural, with only really one of them actually being positive. From listening to the singles alone before this record release, I was baffled with how much this band has changed over the past 3 years. The track Natural felt like a fluke, something that I wasn't ready for. It took me by surprise for its organic and genuine forcefulness. However, the movie soundtrack single Zero hit me as a low point for the group, further exploring the rap kind of flow from past singles like Whatever It Takes, but this time uninteresting in the lyrics, and really, come on, yet another movie soundtrack song. I'm just sick of how bands water down their sound for a big movie release, especially with the number of times Imagine Dragons have done it. Now to the other two singles on Origins, Machine and Bad Liar. I was really unimpressed with both upon first listen, and I still am to this day. Machine sounds like it's trying to hone the raw energy of a past track like Friction, but it falls flat on its face with its pandered and poppy chorus, as if Imagine Dragons want to put in the effort to be raw and edgy, but then fall back on the safety net of a pop element just to get crossover success. Bad Liar is a single that feels like it takes too much influence from their Kygo collaboration, as the electronic drums stick out like a sore thumb. Like, the hook is clean and catchy, but I feel like I'm getting a B-side from Evolve, which was already a lackluster album to begin with. Now looking at the deeper cuts on Origins, the issues I've diagnosed with the singles are sadly the same for much of the rest of the record. Tracks like Stuck and Cool Out play the same dreamy guitar arpeggios that we're used to, but they're underpinning the most annoying and hideous choruses in their discography. Cool Out, along with other songs like Love, Digital, and Only, overuse electronic and trap-influenced hi-hats, and I'm left here sitting like, this is rock? How? And oh my god, the song Only has the worst chorus in Imagine Dragons history, as it sounds like the Chainsmokers collaborated with them and gave them one of their scrap demos. And sadly, I thought that was going to be the worst part of this music, but sonically this project hits an even lower point with the song Digital. Man, the production on this song, it's just a complete and utter mess. It sounds like it wants to be Lane Boy from Blurry Face with the urgent drumming, but somehow it pulls off a more annoying hook that is crying out to connect with the youth of 2018 in such a ridiculous way too. Everything is muddy, reverbed, purposely made dirty to contrast the clean and sterile mix of the rest of the songs, but it backfires because it's the most disgusting song from the vocal performance to the synthesizers. It's a pathetic mixing of electronic and pop with the aesthetic of emo. At this point, I can't even describe how bad this thing sounds, just listen to it for yourself. On top of the mess of Digital, we get a song called Love, which is a blandly penned song that tries to unite everyone based on our common blood. It's just as bad, if not worse, than the new Black Eyed Peas album's attempt at that. So okay, the band might not be the best at being versatile or charismatic in the lyrical department, but they should at least be interesting in the personal and introspective songs, right? Well, sort of, as the track Boomerang is another electronically drenched song featuring another overblown chorus. Despite that, it has some relatable lyrics, but still something that feels like it's leaning too much on the simple metaphor of the song. Positively speaking about the lyrics on this album, I can give praise to the track Bullet in a Gun, as it has plenty of self-awareness for the fear of selling out and the downsides of reaching the level of fame that Imagine Dragons have acquired. And I've always been a fan of bands who tackle meta topics like fame in their lyrics, especially from an artist like Weezer. Props to Imagine Dragons for taking aim at this idea. Sonically, Bullet in a Gun sounds like something off of the Suicide Squad soundtrack, as the contemporary hip-hop production style influence from Alex the Kid is definitely felt on this this one. There's plenty of dark, grimy, and weird vocal modulations, and the octave Dan works with plays well for his voice. Now onto the deluxe version songs, and this record closes out on a safe and generic note. Not to say that the songs are bad, it's just not really pushing any buttons to stick with me going forward. The track Real Life has a compelling take on tragedies seen through the news on our phones, and I would say that's probably the best of the deluxe songs, whereas the other ones, mainly Birds, remain plain and colorless. Overall, Origins fails across the board. The production of this is overly compressed, the vocals are subpar, the songwriting suffers from cliched lyrics and forgettable verses, just to build up for choruses that try so hard to stick in your head. West Coast. And I say all of this knowing that Imagine Dragons used to have percussion as the focal point, believe it or not. They would have been considered a stadium rock band back in the early 2010s, even called an indie rock band, but now those classifications are in the rearview mirror, and all we're left with on Origins is a bunch of uninspired generic songs that painfully fall flat for chasing trends in pop, electronic, and trap. If you like Evolve, this is something worth checking out, but personally as a fan of the band's first two records, this is quite torturous to get through without wanting to gouge your eyes. So I'm feeling a 3 out of 10. That's my review of Origins. Let me know what you're thinking. Sound off down below in the comments. Agree or disagree, I'm here to engage with you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. My name is Ryan from True North Reviews, and as always, have a rockin' day.